Yeah. Friday night.
What's up, man?
And girlfriend terms.
Hi. Long time no see. So I know a lot of people to keluar. They went out of the market during that 8-month consolidation. Fair enough, because their whole reasoning is like this usually doesn't happen gitu in a bull run. But the fact that kita bisa hold strong when everybody else was folding, that was the key, bro. Basically, we went against everyone and it went quite well gitu. Nah, so that's the conclusion with 2024. Whatever performance I make from FX, which in 6 months, 15 to 20% is possible. So yeah, 30 to 40 this year is what we're looking at.
My driver makes more than the street. That's called fucked up.
Holy shit. So what you just saw last night was some footage from my annual investors call. Essentially, at the 1st of February of every year, that's when my fund's lockup period finishes. So that means that's when my investors can take back their money. They can restructure their capital, anything they want to do really. And the purpose of that call is simply to recap my performance throughout that year, so 2024. How did I do? Mistakes I've made, things I did well, all that kind of stuff. And finally, we just recap on what I think 2025 will bring and my goals for 2025, how much I want to make them. I usually give them a range of a percentage return that I think I can do. And usually I give them a base case scenario, a worst case scenario, and a best case scenario. And this year, 2024, has been a very good one for me and my investors. I've made a total of $174,000-ish, if I remember correctly. It'll be on the title of this video. That was a 76.1% return. I think I did well. I think I did good. There were some tough times, in previous years, like 2022 was a bad one for me. 2021 was also not great. And I've been running this fund since 2019. So this is the 6th year, now going on the 7th year. How this all started is essentially when I first started trading in crypto, when I was in my sophomore year. I had a roommate, his name is Mike. He was my first ever investor, and how I basically goaded him into investing in me is like, the first time I bought Bitcoin, okay, was 2016. That was just me. Why did I choose to buy Bitcoin at the time? Literally, I think it's a combination of luck and stupidity. Yeah, if I'm just being honest, So how it happened was, and I swear all of this will, I like to go on tangents sometimes, but I swear it will come to a point in a bit, right? But I just want to share like the full story, it's story time. So 2016, my friend Austin called me and I was somewhere. I was taking like a trip to San Francisco or some shit. I don't even remember. But I was just like having a good time. He called me and he was like, yo, have you seen this thing? It's called Bitcoin. I was like, I've never heard of it before in my life. And this guy's like, he does data science, he codes. And I think he took economics as well, which is also my major, right? So like, one of them was for his undergrad. I think data science was for his master's. But anyways, he's like a nerd, He's like a cool nerd. So I guess that's how he found Bitcoin, which is fucking crazy. So when he told me about this, I was like, not interested, right? I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, it kind of sounds like a scam, But days passed and I was just bored and I was like, you know what? Let me take a look, Well, let me just take a look. Let me just Google what it is. I don't know how, but I basically got into this rabbit hole where I learned so many things about the blockchain specifically and how it worked. Mainly how proof of work works. Like, what the fuck is proof of work? Essentially, it's how Bitcoin functions, right? I'm not gonna go into that in this video. So that's the end of that. So yeah, I just got super interested and I felt like, oh my God, it's like new money. I had some money lying around, not too much, just a few $1,000. Bought Bitcoin at $3,000. I got like 1.4, 1.5 around there. And then from there, everything changed, man. I did pretty well in the next several months. So now we're coming back to Mike, my roommate. Essentially what I did was, I told him, look at what I did. I bought this thing called Bitcoin. Do you even know what it is? He was like, nah. And I was like, yeah, exactly. I have the alpha. Or I thought I did, I thought I did, but I didn't know what the fuck I was talking about. So yeah, that's where the stupidity comes in. The luck was the part before where Austin called me. And yeah, I told him like, you know what? We should pool funds together, right? We should get all the money we have and just pool it together and make like a bedroom fund. like a little hedge fund, you know, to invest in crypto in 2016. So that was my first investor, and this was before my fund, the official one, was built in 2019. This was just like between me and him. What I remember happening in 2018 was I gained, I don't want to say enough experience, but I thought I had enough experience because I've been trading the market on the side from college and DJing. I used to be a DJ and producer. Shit, I used to do a lot of things. I used to play poker a lot as well, but fuck me, that's for another video. But yeah, I thought 2018, end of 2018, I was like, you know what? I'm pretty sure like I got the hang of this, and I want to raise more money from more people and make this a little bit more legit. So I went to several of my friends and I basically pitched them like, you know what? I did well in 2016, didn't do so well in 2017 and 18, but I know why I didn't do well in those 2 years, and I know how to fix it. So I presented like a little plan, you know, to them. At first, they were like hesitant because, you know, Bitcoin at the time, crypto in general, was very scammy. It's not like what it is today. Like, dude, in the past, if you talk about crypto, you're just labeled a scammer. You know, that's just how it was. And yeah, it was tough to raise money for that, but thankfully, I have some really close friends who believed in me, and that's when we first launched Atlas. That's what I call it, right? Atlas Digital. I don't know. It's just, I'm not sure why I picked it. I just like the word Atlas. Inspired from the Greek Titan, you know, the guy who has the world on his back, that guy. I did that. 2019 was off to a very good start. We made 50.4%, if I remember correctly. And then 2020 was the breakout year. I made 91.85%. That was fucking amazing. And then shit started to hit the fan. 2021, I got overconfident. My fund was actually up like about 40%-ish at one point. But because of my overconfidence, and I'm admitting it here, I basically let a 40% year go all the way down to -7. Yep, I fucked up. I fucked up hard, man. But anyways, 2022 was even worse. I lost 25%. That was the year of death in crypto, right? Like, oh my God, dude, like FTX happened in 2022. Luna happened in 2022. Three Arrows Capital happened in 2022. That was truly like the death of crypto that year. Was just so fucked. And 25% is bad, you know, but I guess it could have been worse. I saw some people having much worse outcomes than myself. So I don't know, I'm just trying to be grateful, I guess, that I didn't lose it all or anything like that. Had to build up confidence back from there. That was a tough period. Thankfully, 2023 did better, although I still think I underperformed. 2023, I only made like 13% returns. And finally, 2024, I'm finally back in form. And so this 2025 year, I'm really trying to cement that consistency in outsized returns because I know I can do it. I know I have the ability to do it at this point. I've been in this game for long enough, and I really put my life into this. And so the fund will very likely return to the hybrid model where I trade both crypto and FX, because the thing is, if I know crypto is going to perform very well in the year, why would I ever corrupt that with FX or any other asset that I can't outperform? That's the idea of managing a fund. If you have a strong conviction in a specific play, you shouldn't dilute it with other plays that you pretty much know are not gonna beat your main play. The art of going all in actually is very important to learn when you are managing funds and you want to be good. This whole notion of diversification is not for wealth building, it's more for wealth protection. And that's not what my investors are here for. We're actually trying to build wealth, not protect it, right? We don't have enough to play the wealth protection game just yet because no shit, we're like 27 years old. So yeah, you need to learn how to go all in. That's actually the key. And you know what? I don't want to go too deep into this right now because I'm not sure if you guys want to hear about this, but if you do, just comment below. Whatever you want to know about this, just tell me. Essentially, back to the story, that's how I started this fund. That's how I made $174,000 plus for my investors this year. Hopefully one day, I'm trying to make it $1 million fund. How do you guys want to do this? Do you guys have anything you want to ask first, or should I start?
Yeah, there's not enough of me on the last vlog.
Yeah, bro. Okay, so Euro Yen, yeah, let's break this down. So essentially, if we're trading in a choppy range here, we do want to be a lot more careful with any trade that we end up taking. That was already my mindset coming into Euro Yen. The thing is, there is a liquidity gap here. That's the only thing I will say on the weekly chart. We do have a liquidity gap to macro support, and because price gap down, I was thinking, okay, what if this can actually be the move to move down to fill this liquidity gap? That's it. That's all I have in my head. So it's not necessarily a strong bias, but yeah, it's enough gitu. It's enough for me to go into the daily. This is what happened, right? Let me just replay it so you guys can really look at my thought process. So we were here, we gapped down, we pushed up on the daily. So what does this tell me? It tells me that this is likely a liquidity capture. That's fair. So I was actually looking for potential long opportunities on the daily chart from this key support level, having its liquidity captured. Okay, so I think that's pretty simple, right? Once we get to the H4, we see something pretty interesting, is that this move right here is not great for longs because we wanted this to be a consolidation. And this doji was actually pretty good, this hammer doji here. If it can just continue doing that, you know, that would have been awesome. And then we have our play up to at least here. But instead of getting that, we got a pretty strong H4 rejection here. So from here, I was already like, okay, you know what? The long play is not, I'm not even that interested anymore. So I was already not interested in Euro Yen. And then on the 1 hour, this is how it started developing, right? As we play this forward, this impulse right here was key because this essentially invalidates any long potential whatsoever. So that means this entire upside reversal attempt has now failed. This is confirmation of just that. And so after that, I looked back at the 4 hour and saw that yes, we did have a very strong H4 bearish engulfing close. So that's more positive confluence for our short. So after this, I was already looking, okay, you know what? If we can make a well-developed structure here, I have to consider the trade. I was already not that interested because I don't think I will get a high-quality structure, because if it wasn't high quality, I don't like trading in this overall chop zone. Even though we already have, you know, an invalidation, a high-quality impulse, overall, the price action is still very corrective. So I'd rather not if I don't get something that's undeniably strong. And then this is what happened. So by this point, I looked at the 15-minute, and this is what we have. That is what we call undeniable. That's crazy. That's really fucking good. This is textbook quality structure. And so after we got that full body rejection, just shy of 50%, that was a mild negative confluence. But for me, it's like, you know what? With the sheer quality of the structure, I'm not gonna let that little thing just make me ditch the entire trade. So put the order in a safe way, so it's not like our usual aggressive entry, right? Just because in case this is a false signal and this goes instantly back up, I don't want to take a loss like that. So even if that means my risk to reward ratio is not as large, I don't care because I actually need the safety here. So I put it in our safe way, 3 pips underneath. So the close was 15944. Are we surprised that it's impulsively reversing now? No, we're not, because we know corrective moves are unsustainable and they often do end up impulsing downwards, which is exactly what we got with this trade. And yeah, when I woke up, we're already there. Woke up at about 8:30, 9. Boom, just smashed it, didn't have to do anything. And then it just kept going, right? Well, after this big retrace, I don't think I could have survived this one. Yeah, I guess that's the word.
Juga flagnya itu, developnya itu nggak kayak gitu biasanya.
Yes, exactly. Most of the time, the flag will have, you know, a few imperfections. So that's why I like to use the word deliberate price action. It's because when price makes that deliberate of a flag or a continuation structure, it's not an accident because it's so difficult for the market to do that.
Honestly, Euro Yen wasn't even on my radar when this happened.
Just got done with the weekly performance review, and now I have to buy new clothes because I was actually not feeling so well yesterday and I didn't plan to work out today. But now I'm feeling better after the call, you know, feel more energized, but I didn't bring anything. And I'm not working out this fucking tired.
In the day ones, they didn't wanna open doors, so we made some. Take a bow on these haters like I'm Trey Young. That direct deposit hitting like a bass drum. Incoming, coming, 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 keep it incoming, coming, 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 keep it incoming.
I'm about to go to the mall besides this one. I need to take some pictures for an event. That's why I'm wearing these really cool shades right now. And then I have a paddle meeting with the boys. Essentially, my friends want to make a paddle club. I might want to invest, I might not. We'll see. I have to know more. But it is big in Jakarta right now. Everybody's playing paddle. I'm playing paddle.
Friends with the same old clique. Couple old homies went and stabbed me in the back, but it's no love lost. I'll probably bless him with some stacks. That direct deposit lovely. Went from shaking Kool-Aid packets to popping bubbly.
Finally done with the pictures. Low-key, I'm still a little bit camera shy from all this time. That's why this whole vlogging thing is actually against my nature, but gotta do what I gotta do, you know? Gotta learn to love it. Oh shit, it's time to upgrade my phone, boys. Yes. Nice. Got the pre-order. Gotta wait for like a couple weeks before we get the phone. But I got a nice discount because it's a pre-order, so nice. Look at me, bro. Look at me. These people thought I was a criminal with it. Pussy.
That direct deposit hidden like a bass drum. Come in, keep it in, come in.
Kita udah invest in the space kan. Sama kita udah terikat sama rent agreement-nya yang cover semua ini.
Iya,
termasuk ini. Nah tadinya gue sedikit mau trap Hans bro. Gue bilang, oke, gue nggak fair lah kayak gitu. Kalau gitu, ya udah ini, ya kan this area, lu minus dari rent kita, ngerti kan? Yeah. Jadi lu calculate ini total area bar kita berapa?
90 meteran.
90 meteran minus our rent. I don't want that, because I want us to hold the ini kan. Tapi gue mau tahu sebenarnya insentif dia apa. Yang kayak sports clubhouse complex inspired. Cuman Indo sendiri itu in the next 2025 kayak.
Tapi nanti sama yang B1. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, bro. See you, brother. Mike, see you, bro. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Friday night.
We working on Fridays, boys.
We working.
Golly.
Close. Get some bags.
See you, bro.
Get some bags.
Bye, brother.